Okay, it's the night after. We are back in Manchester.
And we're not live.
They lied. It's not Smackdown live.
Lying bastard.
God damn! I knew this day would happen. That's it. I'm gonna do an angry email. No. In fact, WWE likes to do it, so I'm gonna make it even worse. I'm gonna send a tweet.
Cease and desist.
All 240 characters. I'm gonna use all of them. Yeah. And so we kick this off with the money man himself.
Floyd Mayweather's there?
Nah, he's done his business in WWE.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Oh, you're talking about the money.
Yeah, the money.
Okay.
Mr. McMahon himself.
Vince?
No. He's too busy recovering from that savage beatdown Kevin Owens did to him.
Alright.
Shane McMahon.
Okay. Alright. I got you now.
Yeah.
And he invited the participants in Under Siege 2.
Was it really?
For sticking it to Raw.
Yeah, they really stuck it to Raw. Oh yeah, he said he wasn't happy with the treatment of Daniel Bryan, and they were going to get him back.
Yeah.
The New Day were at the front of the battle.
They were the only people at the battle.
What battle? They didn't do anything. So no, they just said about how they were going to beat Raw.
A few cheap pops chucked in there.
Yeah.
And then this brought out two men who had had more than enough of this chitter chatter.
Yep.
The brothers, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
They've had enough of it. They're putting a stop to it.
Yep. They've had enough. They wanted to represent SmackDown. They could beat the whole Raw roster on their own.
Shane McMahon screwed them over.
Mm.
Sami Zayn went on a massive rant about how he lost because of a low blow, and if they'd done that in their match, Shane McMahon probably would have made them do a rematch. They may have got fined, suspended, even fined.
He even did the Vince voice. It was good.
Said it's unfair judgment.
Mm. No, Shane went, no, you two want action? You're going to get action tonight. Right now.
Yeah.
It'll be Sami Zayn against Kofi Kingston. And he was like, yeah, I'm up for this.
And that match was right now.
Yeah. It was okay, I guess.
I've seen worse.
It wasn't bad for an opening match.
Right. Kofi ended up picking up the victory in this one.
Yeah, then with a cross body off the top rope. Random, I know. And here's where the controversy lies. Apparently, and I'm not sure if reports are led to be believed, New Day was supposed to put a beat down on Sami and Kevin Owens, but they went off script and left the ring and didn't let the beat down happen.
Ooh.
And apparently they were sent home from the UK tour because of this.
And they had like 1 or 2 days left in the UK anyway.
Yeah, this is a whole furor over nothing. They probably had a different schedule to everyone else, and they've probably gone home to prepare for next week's Smackdown.
Well, I think they have been announced in a tag team match against the New Day.
So there you go. So there you go.
Oh, and then we had another promo for the upcoming debut of the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yes, with the hammers.
Mm.
When will we see them?
Find out after this commercial break.
We don't know.
No, seriously, we don't know. And then we had another ridiculous, pointless match next.
Yes. As if you didn't have enough of Randy Orton versus Rusev over the last 3 months.
You're getting it again.
Here it is again.
Because obviously, originally, Rusev was going to be fighting AJ Styles.
Yeah.
For a spot on Team Smackdown, but AJ's now in the main event.
Yeah.
For the title. So, in their great wisdom, let's have him fight Randy Orton.
Yeah. And you know what? This match was exactly the same as the last 3 they've had.
Yeah.
Except the SummerSlam one.
Mm.
Because that match only had like 16 seconds.
It was good.
And so, well, you pretty much know how this one would have gone.
Okay, out of nowhere.
Again. And Rusev is not on the SmackDown Survivor Series team.
No, not.
And they cut backstage to Shane, who was with Bobby Roode and Nakamura. And they were going, we still got one more spot to fill. Who is the spot going to be filled by?
Find out at the end of this episode.
Yeah, we will spoil that.
Nobody, because they announced it on frickin' social media the day after SmackDown.
Oh, God. Is nothing a surprise anymore?
No, not really. Apart from maybe when the Hardys came back.
Well, yeah, they kept that quiet.
It was rumoured, but we didn't know if it was definitely happening.
No.
Oh, dear.
Right.
Awkward alert.
Now, there was a bit of a pre-match promo before this, with James Elsworth going to the women's locker room. And my God. Well, if you wanted to insult the entire female population...
James Elsworth done it.
Yeah, he did it. I mean, that's why they call it Manchester and not Womanchester. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
This was not a good promo.
No, because he'd be fighting in the Battle of the Sexes match.
Yeah, there hasn't been one of these matches in 14 years.
And there's a reason for that. And he'd be facing against Becky Lynch.
Yep.
Team SmackDown's captain.
And for me, this went on for far too long.
It was just awkward to watch it.
It must have gone on for about 10 minutes, if not longer.
Yeah.
It's like they tried making Ellsworth get out the ring and escape, but the women acted as lumberjacks and threw him back in the ring.
Yep.
Why didn't they just call it a lumberjack match?
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, should they have made this fair? Should there have been a couple of male wrestlers as lumberjacks?
Nah.
Nah.
That wouldn't have worked.
So, this match ended with Becky Lynch picking up the victory.
Yep, Ellsworth tapped out.
To the disarm.
Or as it was rumoured to be called, the disarm him.
Oh. And then Carmella got in the ring afterwards. Had a few heated words with Becky Lynch. And then she super kicked Ellsworth.
Yeah, for what reason? I don't understand. Is that the end of the working relationship between the two?
Hopefully.
Sometimes this show gives more questions than answers.
It really does.
So, on to the next one.
We've got tag team action.
Oh god, is Teddy Long back?
And it's a tag team championship match.
Oh, okay.
We had Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus the Boozers.
The Uggos. Well, I would love to give this match a glowing review, but I don't know, something between these two teams just didn't really click.
No, they didn't quite seem to have the chemistry going on that you'd normally expect from tag team action. Not to mention, towards the end of the match, you had the unfortunate moment where Jey Uso potentially got injured.
Oh, God.
And he'd fallen to the outside of the ring, and then Chad Gable went to do a elbow block to the back of his knee, and he just seemed to bend or land awkwardly.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was rolling around in agony.
Yes, and as this was going on, though, the ref was counting.
And the Usos got counted out.
Yeah, he just stayed on the outside of the ring and got counted out.
So Sean Benjamin and Chad Gable win the match, but obviously titles don't change hands.
No, they do not. Which means we will probably be looking at a rematch of this.
After Survivor Series.
Yeah, they're not going to do it next week.
Yeah.
Well, they might, actually.
And then we move on to our main event.
Oh, yeah, this was the one you wanted to see. It's been built up all night long.
The face that runs the place. AJ Styles against the big useless lump that is Jinder Mahal.
The modern day goon. And oh, where to start with this one. Watching this, it is embarrassing how Jinder has this belt to begin with, considering he has no wrestling ability whatsoever.
He's not amazing in the ring.
It's like, what does he... Can you name one of Jinder's moves? Seriously?
Not to mention he messed up kicking AJ in the stomach.
God.
And AJ, bless him, tried his best to oversell it. Of course, he had the occasional distraction from the Goon Squad.
Yep. But it didn't end well for them after they... Oh, what did they do?
It was it AJ was pinning Jinder and then they pulled him out the ring?
They pulled him out the ring.
Yeah. And then AJ attacked both of them.
Yep. Pretty much, like, he was flying all over the place, flying knee to one of them.
Then, as most of Jinder's matches go, and he then tried to get the upper hand in this, hit a poor Colossus
Oh, yeah, it was...
on AJ.
He didn't even land flat. It's like he sort of bent him in midair.
Yeah, and he like landed a few meters away from him as well. So yeah, and then Jinder went for the pinfall, and AJ got his foot on the rope,
Yeah.
breaking up the pinfall.
And the fans were going, yes, they sensed it. And Jinder, for some strange reason, even though he's never hit this before, went for a coloss from the top rope.
Yeah.
He didn't get it in because AJ turned it into a sort of stunner off the top rope.
Yeah.
I think Austin used to call it the stun gun.
Yes, stun gun. That's it. Yeah, and then time for the phenomenal forearm.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
And that's it.
Yes.
The reign is over.
The terrible reign of Mahal is over.
Thank God.
New WWE champion and new main event for Survivor Series.
Immediately making the match so much better.
It's now going to be Brock versus AJ at Survivor Series.
You see, this I can get down with.
New WWE champion. Thank the Lord.
Yes, he's not going to pass any other superstar in the reign length. JBL's reign is safe. It's bad enough that he held it longer than Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, let's not go down now.
And hopefully he's never near that title ever again.
You can hope.
I mean, I don't want to be too harsh to the man, but his title reign is probably in the bottom 3 of all title reigns.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
Probably only level with Miz.
Plus, as well, this then changes the India tour.
Yeah.
It was originally going to be Jinder versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship.
They still might do it, but it's just going to be a grudge match. Oh, I'm so happy that's over.
It's fine, they can build up a rivalry in 2 weeks. So, and that was how we ended Smackdown.
Yep. I do believe this is the first WWE, well, major WWE title change since '92.
Jeez. SummerSlam 92.
Yeah, that's the one.
Jeez. It's really been that long.
Well, I know titles have changed hands in the UK, but
yeah.
talking major titles,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. Wow.
First time the WWE titles changed hands in England.
Impressive. Been a long time coming. Right. That's it.
Yep, that'll do it for this one. From your hosts, the master of the brain damage,
Martin?
and the one and only Sam H. We'll see you again for the next one.
Shucky ducky quack quack.